So I just spent like 5 minutes talking and it wasn't even recording. Welcome back everybody to my channel. Today is day number 11 of the Author Blogger Spotlight Tour. 15 authors, 15 days, 15 giveaways. Today we are spotlighting author Gretchen De La O, or the Big O as she likes to be called. And the blog that we will be spotlighting today is Verna Loves Books. And the blog that will be featuring both the blogger and the author is going to be Natalie from Read This, Hear That. And I found out about Gretchen De La O about a year ago. Like, I had heard of her prior to that, but I didn't pick up one of her books until last year. And I read the Wilson Mooney series. And it starts off, I want to say like it starts off in YA and it ends in NA, but because it's like a teacher-student romance. And it gets kind of interesting, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on, and it was a really good series. I really enjoyed it a lot. And then I just finished reading her new book, Prototype. And so I will leave like all of that stuff in the little description down below. But for further details about where to get in touch with her, like how to tweet her, how to Facebook her, all that information, you can click on the link for Nat's blog, Read This, Hear That. And in there as well, you will see the blogger spotlight for Verna Loves Books blog. So yeah, and we were lucky enough that Gretchen De La O sent in a video of her responses to questions that we asked, so that you guys could get to know her a little bit better. So take it away, Gretchen.
Hi, I just wanted to pop in and say congratulations to Book Boyfriend Reviews for their 2-year blog anniversary. That's exciting, and I want to thank Read This, Hear That for spotlighting the Big O this month for the Book Boyfriend Reviews celebration. My name is Gretchen De La O, aka the Big O. I'm the author of the Wilson Mooney series, which is a new adult student-teacher romance. That's right, almost 18, 18 and Last, and Beyond 18 are the 3 books in that completed series. Also, I have Prototype, which is a adult romantic suspense. It's going to be a 2-book series. It's the Possession series. Hindsight, which is the 2nd book in that series. I'm working on that currently for 2015. I'm also working on the Hooker book. Pow, that's right. I got Broken Girl that I'm going to be writing simultaneously as I'm writing Hindsight. So I'm totally excited about 2015. I'm excited about this celebration today. I'm going to answer some questions as they come at me, and we'll see what goes. But hey, hit me up on Books by Gretchen on Facebook. You can Twitter me. You can Instagram. I'm also on Pinterest, and I'm on Goodreads, and check me out on Amazon. So anyway, I'm excited and stoked, and I'm looking forward to 2015. Yeah, it wasn't hard for me to cross from adult romantic suspense to new adult and vice versa. Truth be told, Prototype was actually a book written before the Wilson Mooney series was ever thought of. I had written Prototype more of a sci-fi with romantic tendencies, and then as I was started writing the 2nd book, Wilson actually was born, and that's when I had to write this new adult romance. I mean, it just came through me, and that book turned into a 3-book series. But I had 2 manuscripts done. I did have Prototype done, and I had Wilson Mooney Almost 18 done. And I discussed it with several people close to me, and I said, you know what, let's release Wilson first. So I did. So when I put Wilson out, it caught well enough, and it turned into a 3-book series, like I said. And so when that series came to a completion, or where I thought it was pretty complete, we took a look at Prototype, and I, 3 years later, I started writing that in 2009. And, 3 years after I wrote it, we decided, I discussed with my editor and my formatter, and we decided why not put it out, but maybe freshen it up, make it more of romantic suspense instead of a sci-fi, and I did. And people that have read it have really enjoyed it. And that it wasn't hard. Truth be told, I'm an eclectic writer. I write whatever is in my head. I mean, it's a creative process for me, so I can't technically sit here and say I only write new adult and that's all I'm going to do. And there's writers that do that, and I totally respect it, but I can't. I don't know. Maybe it's just something within me, but at least I have that freedom of being able to go, I think I'm going to write this today. I think I'm going to write that. So, I mean, I've written a paranormal, I've written erotica, I've written young adult, I've written, romantic suspense that you've seen, I've written new adult. I just like doing that. I've written poetry. It's really important to me to flesh out all that creative juices and stuff. Now, whether I publish them all or not, that's yet to be seen. But I enjoy what I do. I enjoy being an eclectic writer. I enjoy writing what comes from my heart and comes out. And I think what makes it unique is that my readers, I don't know if it's unique for all authors, but my readers, they like to read my words. So it doesn't, there's some that go, hey, Gretch, I couldn't get into that prototype, and that's fine. And there's some that are like, oh my God, I loved prototype. I mean, I love Wilson Mooney, but I love prototype. So, it just depends. It just depends on how I feel. But no, it wasn't a difficult situation at all. It wasn't hard at all. To do that. I think what's hard for me is deciding to write, like when I wrote a short story in second person point of view. Those are hard for me. Marketing is hard in a way for me, but writing the story and getting it down, no, because I allow the characters flow through me. So, no, it wasn't difficult going from new adult to romantic suspense or vice versa. And I don't think it's going to be any more difficult to go to adult romance general or contemporary romance or paranormal or young adult or erotica, because I just write what's in my heart and I enjoy that. There was this one thing, I love my readers and my author friends and my peers and my sister peers and all. I love our industry. And so when I found out that, several of us were going to be in San Francisco at a signing together, I teased Rain Miller with this hashtag. Cause anybody that knows me on Facebook and stuff knows that I just do all these totally stupid and crazy hashtags, but I use it as my inner thought. And we did this hashtag where it says "Making it rain, bitches," and we spelled rain like Rain Miller. And I got with Becca, the bibliophile, which is Becca Manuel, and we got to chatting and talking, and we made these t-shirts, or she made these t-shirts and sent them up to me. And so I had this whole elaborate plan, like, okay, A.L. Jackson was in on it, Gail McHugh was in on it, I had Emmy Montez in on it, myself, and what we did was we took those shirts. And what I really wanted to do is I wanted to, like, I had a hashtag, making it rain, bitches. And I thought, would it be funny, like a Saturday Night Live sketch where, she walked into the room and, like, Gail was wearing it while she was setting up her table, or, Emmy was wearing it in the beginning, or maybe the night before at dinner, or, and she walked in and she'd spot us all wearing these funny shirts with this hashtag on it. And, it didn't really work out as I thought, but what was really cool was when all the tables were set up, all four of us gals got together and we put the shirts on and we stood there. And when she walked in, she's all, "What are you guys looking at? What are you staring at?" And I actually got on video somewhere, and she read she couldn't read it at first. She's like, what does that say?" And then after she read it, she laughed, and it was so cute. It was just, it felt very, where we had a collaboration going, and it was fun, and I enjoyed it, and she enjoyed it, and we got her the shirt, and it was cool, and I think it was pretty successful. But I enjoy doing stuff like that. I enjoy celebrating authors and celebrating people that make a difference in this industry, and I just really had a great time. So I'll never forget that time in San Francisco when we did that. That was pretty fun. My favorite movie, that would have to be Galaxy Quest. It's funny. I laugh every time I watch it. I love comedy. I love humor. I love seeing the genius in the process come out in movies, and I dig that one. I mean, there's a lot of romantic movies that I like to watch and things like that. But if I had to choose one movie, like if I had to watch it over and over again, it would probably be Galaxy Quest. It's funny. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Well, I see myself writing. I see myself publishing more books. I see myself um, being spiritually fed, and being hopefully being successful in this industry. Every day that we get to write and every day that we get to work with other people and celebrate our talents in our creative process is a gift and a blessing. So in 5 years, I'll be 5 years older, hopefully 5 years wiser, and 5 years longer into this industry. I love our community. I love our industry, and I hope that I'm able to continue to do what I do. I think every day is a blessing and should be treated as such. So I'm living now. I'm looking at now. I'm looking at this year. But in 5 years, yeah, I think I'll think I'll still be writing. Best part of meeting readers is probably making them laugh. I like to laugh. I think life should be enjoyed to the fullest. And I love going to signings. I love meeting them. I wish I could go to every signing there I've been invited to. I'm the type that I don't sit behind my table. I don't wait for the reader to come to me. I stand out in front and I put myself out there. I mean, I'm just who I am. I'm authentically the type of person that wants to, reach out and squeeze someone because they walk by and they looked at me and smiled. I love that part of this industry is getting out and meeting the readers, being a part of their lives, learning about different things, what made them cry, what made them laugh, what made them really want to dive into my book. So I dig it. I think that's the best part. I think the best part is making them laugh and having a relationship with them. It's our industry is an industry of consumption. We're not gonna ever run out of books. I've always believed that we're a consumable product. Our books will always be consumed. We have readers that aren't going to just read one book and stop. They're going to keep reading and keep reading, keep reading. And that's what makes this industry so viable and so wonderful, is that we have these readers that are ferocious in their need to read and need to consume. And so I feel very fortunate and very happy to have some really kick-ass readers.